Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here. Back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. It's Friday, so happy Friday to you. It's the weekend, getting it started with a little motivational here, some mental vitamins for you. If you don't have the mind in the right place, let's go ahead and put it in the right place. So, again, going through the normal routines, doing what I do, and listening to the audio book of the Compound Effect. Okay, so if you don't have it, I highly suggest that you get it. If you don't get it, just go to YouTube, put in the Compound Effect, Darren Hardy, and it's there for you. It's free. It's audio. Drive around with it. It's what I've been doing lately, all day yesterday morning, day before, and this morning. So there's just so much stuff, good stuff out there. It's just when I hear something, I just jot it down, and then I gotta share it. So today, what I wanted to share was what you appreciates, right? Like what you put more thankfulness into or gratefulness into adds value. It gets better. It grows. That's deep stuff, because I think, and this is what they're talking about, is this: we just take things for granted, and we don't appreciate a lot of the things that we do have versus wanting and wishing things that we don't have yet, okay? And so if you were to just put more emphasis on appreciating the things that you have, those things are going to grow. Those things are going to get better and improve. There's a lot of different examples, but what I wanted to get into was the Darren Hardy here, the author of the book, was talking about how he was backstage with Montel Williams one day, and he was just saying that, attitude is a choice. He said there's a lot of people that have a lot of blessings that aren't very grateful. He just said I just know a lot of people that just, they complain a lot. They have so much, way more than other people, but it's just not good enough for them, and they're just not grateful for what they have. And then he says he knows a lot of people on the opposite end where they don't have very much, okay? They were born in a certain different circumstances or whatever, or however the cards were dealt, but they are very grateful for the things that they do have. And I can relate to that. There's times where, I've had to check myself where, I'm complaining about things or not appreciating the things that I do have, things that are right in front of me, things that are in my possession. But once you're made aware of that, things get better. You just have to be self-aware. Someone has to point that out. Unfortunately, sometimes you just get it, and if that's you, great. But then there's a lot of us out there where, you should be grateful for the things that you have. The other part of this book and audio I was listening to, he's like, man, if you're on the other side of the dirt, which is you're not 6 feet below, and you're alive today, man, you should be grateful and doing things with that, because there's a lot of people that aren't. So he just said it's not about possessions. It's not about where you arrived positionally, So it's not really monetary value or your position at work or whatever you're at. He goes, it's more of a spirit. It's an attitude of gratitude. And I just think a lot of us need to be more like that, grateful for that, and take what we do have, really put appreciation into it, and it's just going to get better. I'll give you an example. I got, for those that know, I just moved recently. I think it was November of last year. Man, it's already going on a year. Time flies. But I was in the other house for a very, very long time. I moved here in 2001, and I just moved last year. So when I first had the house, it was a nice house. It still is a nice house. It's just over time, in the beginning, I kept it up really good. And over time, you accumulate things, and I just didn't do things to it like I should have upkept it like I should have. Then when it was time to move, I had to go and do all those things that I should have did years ago to get it ready to rent out, or to sell it. And so with this new house, of course, it's new, it's fresh, so it's you're all excited about it, and it's my attitude is man, I'm not letting that happen the way I let the other house happen. I was talking about before in another episode, I let my garage to where like it was so full of junk, like I didn't want to open up the doors. Now I can open up both doors in my garage and like it's cool. Like people can walk by and be like, man, that's a neat, clean garage, right? I wouldn't do that at the other house because I just didn't really like take care of it the way I should have. And that clutterness, you know, being cluttered like that, like there's times where I didn't even want to go get anything out of the garage because I like step over stuff until one day I just finally had to clean all that out, spend a weekend doing all that to finally everything's like looking organized. There's pathways where you can get to stuff. And I was like, wow, man, like why didn't I just take care of this from the get-go? You know, and so now where we're at now, I'm definitely appreciative of being able to have what I have, but I'm going to take care of it better. I'm not going to neglect it. Like I'm more self-aware. Like, man, that's what happens when you let things go and you don't take care of things the way you're supposed to. Yeah, I was busy. I can make excuses and I was traveling a lot, competing in my business and all this other stuff, but those are just excuses. It's just what it is. So now, like, I'm just more self-aware. Like, man, like I appreciate what I have and I'm going to try and take good care of it. My business, my students, like, just can't take stuff like that for granted. Otherwise, there is no business, there's no students, right? So everything, my health, can't take that for granted. Man, it's like it's tough every day. I already got my run in this morning, walk my dog, everything like that. I'm about to train jiu-jitsu here in a little bit. But you know, I appreciate that. And so like it says, you know, the more you you appreciate things, you know, the more value that's going to give you. So if that's you, that's out there, which again, I know other people where like, man, they have a lot of blessings. They have a lot of people that care about them, that love them. And for whatever reason, they just don't see, they're just not appreciative of that. And they should, you know, what you appreciates, goes up in value, gets better. So be self-aware of that. Be self-aware of what you have. Be thankful for what you have. And put more value into that and watch that grow and watch that get better. And like you said, it's more of a spirit of attitude of gratitude versus like, hey, look, I like nice things, you know, I like money, I like nice clothes, I like nice cars, but that's not what it's about. Like I don't really base my success on like what car I drive or where I live at. It's more of like, you know, who I am as a person. Like I'm over time, I've learned how to fix things personally to where like I'm more proud of who I am than I would 20 years ago. You know, I wouldn't say I was like some bad guy or anything like that, but over time, reading and listening to stuff like this, I'm improving my mental game, you know, and it's getting better. And I am definitely more respectful of a person and more appreciative of a person for the things that I have and the people around me, because they're the ones that really help me get to where I've gotten to, because you don't get anywhere by yourself. And so I can't forget that. And the minute we forget that, things start tumbling, crumbling, and falling apart, right? So what you appreciates, goes up in value, gets better. So take a look around you, see what's around you today, friends, family, whatever, and appreciate that and put more into it and watch it grow. Basically, it's just what it is. So again, there's some people out there that these guys are talking about, and I know people personally where it's like, man, you have a lot going for you. You're just looking at life the wrong way with a negative attitude and the woe is me kind of thing. So things aren't really fruitful for you right now. It's like you'd want them to be, but they could be, because you're attracting all the wrong things, all the wrong people, and all the other wrong stuff. Change your mind, change your attitude, and watch things grow. So just wanted to get that out there to you today, because while I was listening to that, just that little statement, what you appreciates, really hit home with me and got me really good today. So wanted to share that with you guys. So hopefully that helps. And hopefully that will just change your attitude a little bit and make the day and weekend a lot better. All right, guys, I got to get moving. Catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day.